internal rate of return or IRR. So IRR is the true rate of return, no? So this is the true rate of return of the project. Yan, of the project or the investment of the investment. Yan. True rate of return the investment earns. Yan. So the investment earns. So ayan. Okay? So it is the rate of return also that will equate the value of the assets to its cost. Yan. So kung ano yung true rate of return niya, meaning, so yung cost natin, yung investment, initial investment at 0.0, diba? So meron tayo dito at 0.0 yung cost. So equal yon sa present value ng lahat ng cash flows. Or, tama. So that is the internal rate of return, in other words, no, we're in the NPV is equal to 0. Kasi nga, the cost or the initial investment is equal to the present value of the cash flows or its value. So, yun. So, ang true rate of return is the internal rate of return. This is the inherent rate of the project. So, how are we going to use the IRR in assessing our project, no, or investment? So, IRR, since this is the internal rate of return or the true rate of return, it should be greater than or equal, no, at least greater than or equal the weighted average cost of capital. So parang isipin mo, no, this weighted average cost of capital, this is the cost that we're going to incur for financing the project. Diba? So yung gagastusin natin, syempre yung pondo, saan manggagaling yun? Sa investors or sa investors, whether debt or equity investors. Parehas yan, may babayaran tayo, di ba? Okay, so yun yung WACC, yun yung rate of return na babayaran natin sa mga investors kung saan manggagaling yung pondo. So as much as possible, we would want to have at least, no, kahit equal, para indifferent ka, or higher than WACC. Okay? Na rate of return, true rate of return ng project. So definitely, kapag ito, mas mataas or equal, then yun yung accept. Pero kapag less than, so mas malaki yung WACC kaysa sa IRR, isipin mo no? Weighted average cost of capital. So ito yung cost mo, pero ito yung return ng project. Definitely, you are not going to, okay, the project will not push through. Ayan, pag mas mababa sa WACC. So, yun, magkaiba sila ng consideration ng NPV. NPV is a measure, okay, in terms of absolute amounts. Okay? Or in terms of amounts. Pero dito, sa IRR, rate of return siya. So, yun. So, anyway, going back, basahin natin ito, letter F. Exercise F, Revilla Enterprise considers buying a new machine for 4 million pesos. So, similar, no, dun sa may exercise letter E. Okay, although in this case, ang tinatanong ay internal rate of return. So, how do we determine the internal rate of return? Okay, in practice, you can do it in Excel, pwede, or merong ano talaga, software or application, no, wherein you can really determine the internal rate of return. Kaya lang, dito for exam purposes, it is very unlikely to determine the accurate internal rate of return. No? So mahirap yan, lalo na kapag uneven yung cash flows. So ayun ang mahirap. So sir, paano? Anong gagawin natin? So dito, we're going to perform trial and error. Kasi wala tayong choice, no? So trial and error. Yan. So sir, paano? Kukunin natin yung present value factor. Okay. So remember, sabi natin, no, the internal rate of return is the rate of return in which the NPV is equal to 0. Bakit equal to 0 ang NPV? Dahil nga yung initial investment and yung value ay the same. Same lang. So value is equal to the cost or the initial investment. So 'di ba ang formula ng NPV natin is value less initial investment. Ayan. Okay? So, di ba, ganyan yun. So, kung equal sila, definitely, magsisiro out to. Kaya NPV is equal to 0. So, ngayon, going back, paano makukuha ang internal rate of return? Okay. So, value is equal to cost. How do we determine the value? How do we determine this value? Ayan. So, value is equal to, ulitin ko dito, value is equal to cost. How do we determine the value? Ito kasing cost given that's the initial investment. So, how do we determine the value? That's present value factor times the cash flows, di ba? So, equals to cost. So, kung kukunin natin ang present value factor, hindi mismo rate, hindi pa to rate, no? Present value factor lang to ng internal rate of return. So, i-divide natin ang cash flows. Ayan. So, cash flows. So, in effect, present value factor is equal to the initial investment or the cost divided by the cash flows. Ayan. So, ganyan makuha, present value factors. And then, tsaka natin ita-trial and error kung ano yung rate na malapit, no? So, in this case, saan tayo mag-start, no? Saan tayo mag-start? So, we have to start somewhere, of course. Doon na sa given. Ano ba yung given na rate? That's 15%. Diba? So, what is the present value factor of this 15% at 3 years? Nakumpita natin ito kanina, pero sige, kumpitin ulit natin. So, 1.15. Okay. Then, discount mo ng 3 years. Change the sign, plus 1 divided by 0.15. Okay, so we have 2.28, no? So, this is the present value of the WACC, 2.28. Ayan, 2.2832. Anong present value factor ba yung hinahanap natin? Present value factor ng internal rate of return. So, ang formula, initial investment, that's 4 million divided by cash flows of 2 million. So, ano makukuha natin? Ito sa WACC to eh. Ano makukuha natin? So, that's 4 million divided by 2, that is simply 2.0. So, present value factor of the internal rate of return. So, 2.0. Kaso ang WACC natin ay 2.2832. O, yan. So, anong gagawin? Trial and error nga. Kulang pa. Diba? Ay, sobra rather. So, kailangan bumaba, no? Ito, gurahin ko na to. Yan. So, ito yung kailangan natin, 2.0. Nandito tayo sa WACC at 15%. So, ito yung 15% na 2.2832. So, paano tayo makakapunta sa baba? Okay, so paano yun? Ito, no? Baliktad nga lang. Yan. If ang gagawin natin, gusto mo mas mababa, no? Kinukuha natin mas mababang present value factor, sa rate, tataasan mo yung rate. So, instead na gagawin mo 12% to, pataasin natin, gawin natin 20%. Okay, so 20%. So, 1.20, okay, discount natin ng 3 years. So, negative 3 minus 1 divided by 0.20. Yan. So, we have 2.10, 64 or 65. Kulang pa rin, no? Yung 20%. So, ibig sabihin, mas mataas pa ang kailangan natin. Let's say, 24%. Sige, 1.24. Yan, raised to negative 3. Okay. Minus 1 divided by 0.24. So, ito naman sobra, no? Yung 24% na nakuha natin, ang present value factor niya ay 1.981. 3. So, sobra naman, no? Tignan natin yung 23. So, 1.23 negative 3 minus 1 divided by 0.23. Ito. So, ito nakuha natin. Sa 23% naman, ang nakuha natin ay 2.011. Yan. 0.114. So, definitely, yung internal rate of return natin in between, di ba? So, sabi ko nga, we cannot determine the accurate internal rate of return using this simple calculator. Lalo na sa board exam, manual calculator yung gagamitin. No? Ang kagandahan, multiple choice, di ba? So doon, lahat ng choices, kunin mo kung ano yung malapit na present value factor. That's the answer. Okay? Pero again, in real life, merong mechanism no, on how to compute for the accurate internal rate of return even for uneven cash flows. Ayan. So sir, paano natin sasagutan yan? Determine the internal rate of return. So ano sagot? Ang sagot dyan will be between 23 to 24%. Ayan. So the internal rate of return is between these rates, 23 to 24%. Okay. So ang tanong, ito lang naman tanong dyan eh. So should we invest on this project using the internal rate of return as our basis? Okay, so ano sabi natin? Ano yung consideration? The internal rate of return should be at least, okay, equal or greater than the weighted average cost of capital. So ano ba ang internal rate of return? Between 23 to 24%. So 15% ang WACC. Therefore, our decision is to accept. Okay? Or ibig sabihin mag-invest tayo dun sa project. Do you have question so far? Wala? Okay, kung wala, sige, you may answer problem number 13. Again, for exam purposes, multiple choice naman. So, sa internal rate of return, wala tayong choice, no? Kundi, mag-trial and error. Ayan. So, using our calculator. So, ito, sagutan ang problem 13. I'll give you 2 minutes. Yung answer nyo, i-chat nyo sa akin privately. Okay? So, titingnan ko ha. Chat nyo sa akin privately yung answer. Determine the internal rate of return plus the decision whether to accept or reject the project. Okay, I'll give you 2 minutes. Okay, so if the internal rate of return is between 10 to 11%, what is our decision? Ang WACC is 12. Definitely reject. Okay, so that's for problem number 13. So IRR. So yung mga hindi sumagot, minus yan na walang attendance. Okay, so may question. Paano daw ulit kinompute yung WACC? O sige, sagutan natin ulit. Okay, so for IRR, ang una mong gagawin is you have to compute for the present value factor of that IRR. Kasi yung internal rate of return, wala talagang formula. So present value factor lang, makukompute mo. Okay, so paano i-computein yung present value factor ng IRR? The cost divided by, or initial investment divided by cash flows. Ayan. So ano ba ang cost natin? 3 million. How much is the cash flow? 500,000. So 3 million divided by 500,000, 6.0. Sakto. Okay, so we have to determine the IRR. Pero ang present value factor niya, ito na nakuha na natin, 6.0. Since we're just performing or we're just doing trial and error, we have to start somewhere, and that is the WACC, which is 12%. So what is the present value factor of 12%, which is our WACC? So yan tayo dyan tayo mag-start. So ganito, 1.12 raised to negative 10. Ayan. Okay, raised to negative 10. And then, minus 1. Ayan, para mabilis. Minus 1. Hindi ka na mag-change ng sign. Minus 1. Okay, and then divided by 12% ulit. Okay, so we get 5.65. Okay, so as you can see, 6.0 ang kailangan natin PV factor, 5.65 yung sa 12%. So, siyempre malayo, no? So, kukuha pa tayo ng iba. So, una kong kinuha kanina is 10%. So, what is the present value of 10%? Kasi mas mababa, di ba, papatasin mo dapat tong PV factor. So, pag papatasin mo yung PV factor, you have to decrease your rate. So, ang assume natin 10%. So, pag 10%, same procedure, 1.1 raised to negative 10. Ayan. So, less 1 divided by 0.10. Okay. Or 0.1. So, ang makukuha natin at 10%, the present value factor is 6.1446, which is higher naman than our 12% awak. So, kung mas mataas yan, edi kunin na natin yung 11. So, ano yung PV factor ng 11%? So, the PV factor of 11% is 1.11 raised to negative 10 again minus 1 divided by 0.11. So, that's 5.889. Ito na, no? So, yan. So the answer, the present value factor of our internal rate of return is 6.0. That is between the present value factor of 10% and 11%. So nandito siya. Okay, so 10 point something ang internal rate of return. So ang sagot is between 10 to 11%. So ito yung answer natin. Ganyan ang sagot, no? Internal rate of return. And then, okay, if we're going to evaluate whether our decision is to accept or reject, we have to compare it with the weighted average cost of capital. Since the weighted average cost of capital is higher, mas malaki yung cost natin kaysa dun sa return ng project, 10 to 11 lang, then your answer should be reject. Ayan na. So, inulit ko na. Okay. So, ito na. Next natin is the profitability index. So, ano naman difference ito? So, it simply measures the ratio to, no? Ratio of investments value. Okay, investments value to its initial cost. Ayan. So, similar siya sa net present value, di ba? Di ba ang NPV, pan NPV? NPV is equal to present value of all cash inflows or yung value less yung cost, di ba? Or yung initial investment. For profitability index, ratio naman ang kinukuha natin. So, that's the value or the present value of all future cash flows divided by the initial investment or the cost. Yan. So, sabi ko, similar lang, no? Yun. Instead of deducting the cost of initial investment, we are dividing the latter by the former. So, as a result, the figure one arrives at is a ratio. So, ratio ang ang profitability index. Okay, so the value of this profitability index is expressed on a per unit of investment basis. Ayan. So, express siya per unit naman. So, parang halimbawa, if we have a profitability index of 1.10, it means this is 1.10 for example, and then this is 1. So, for every 1 peso of investment, okay, that we placed on the project, it earns 1 peso and 10 centavos. Yun ang ibig sabihin ng profitability index. Okay, so with that, definitely, okay, profitability index, okay, that is greater than or equal to 1, okay, is deemed to be accepted. Okay, so acceptable to, pwede, no? Pero syempre, pag less than 1, pag less than 1 kasi, it means for every peso of investment, less than 1 yung nare-receive natin, definitely lugi yan. No? So with that, ito yung ating consideration, no, when we are assessing or evaluating the project. Okay, so exercise G, same problem actually, but this time the question is the profitability index. Sige, gupitin natin. No? Dito na lang, mabilis lang naman to. Actually, meron na tayong sagot, diba? Nung kanina. So, yung NPV, kasi ito rin sa exercise E. Okay, so kunin natin ang profitability index. Nasaan ba yun? Okay, so this one, yan, 4 million. So, ito ang value. Okay, value divided by cost, diba? Instead na value minus cost. So, ang PI natin would be 4,566,450 divided by 4 million. So, what is your PI? 4,566,450 divided by 4 million. So, the answer is 1.14. Ayan, so pwede na yan. Round off to 2 decimal places. So 1.14 is our profitability index. And your decision, of course, would be to accept the project. Kasi more than 1 ang PI. Okay, so balik tayo dito sa kay Sakdalan ulit. Yan. Sige, sagutan nyo to, yung problem 14. Okay, private chat, ha? Private chat, your answer. So determine the profitability index and also whether determine whether it is appropriate to invest on this equipment or new machine. I'm giving you 2 minutes. So what is the present value of all future cash flows? What's the present value of 12% for 10 years? Yan. So 1.12. Although nasagutan na rin natin to, pero for the sake of everyone, so negative 10 and 10 years. So minus 1 divided by 0.12. So 5.65, di ba? So kita mo na, yan. So times 500,000. Yeah. So this is the present value of all future cash flows. So 2,825,111. So this is the present value. Now, how much is the investment? 3 million. So divided by the 3 million. So what's your profitability index? So the profitability index is 0.94. So less than 1, it means it should be rejected. Ayan. So reject yan. So review. No? Review lang. So if NPV is greater than 0, ano to? Accept, diba? Okay. If NPV is equal to 0, ito indifferent yung company. So whether accept or reject, okay lang. But if NPV is greater or is less than 0, ito yung reject, diba? So ito accept. Yan. So pwede rin naman to i-accept, no? Indifferent nga lang. And then ito naman, reject. Yan. So what about IRR? So IRR naman, ang consideration natin, it should be what? For us to accept the project, it should be greater than the WACC. Ayan. Okay? Or if IRR is equal to WACC, okay lang din. No? So indifferent yung company, so pwede pa rin naman mag-invest. Pero, pag ito na yung nangyari, if IRR is less than WACC, ito definitely yung reject. Okay. Lastly, profitability index. Profitability index, it should be greater than 1 or at least equal to 1 for us to accept the project. But if the profitability index is less than 1, then it should be rejected. Okay. Actually, pare-parehas yan, no? If NPV is greater than 0, then IRR should be greater than WACC. Then your profitability index should be greater than 1 also. So pag binalikan natin, tignan mo, parehas naman kasi yung problem. So yung una, the first problem is itong Revilla. So Revilla, the NPV is positive, which is greater than 0. So dapat, pati IRR niyan, greater than WACC. Ito naman yung IRR. So the IRR is 1. Between 23 to 24%. And the WACC is 15% only, so greater than WACC also. And then lastly, yung PI, no, compute natin sa taas yung PI. Ito. So the profitability index is 4.566 or 4.5 million divided by 4 million. Nakuha natin is 1.4. Definitely greater than 1. So pare-pareha sila, no? Kung ano yung result ng isa, ayan. So pare-parehas to. If NPV is greater than 0, IRR is greater than WACC also, and your PI is greater than 1. And then, kapag baliktad naman, tulad niyan, yung tatlo, if NPV is less than 0, so yung pangalawa, si Sakdalan, nasa na yun? This one. So nakita nyo, negative, so less than 0 yan. We could expect that the internal rate of return is less than WACC also. So tingnan natin yung internal rate of return. Ayan. So anong internal rate of return? 10 to 11%. Ayan. So less than WACC kasi your WACC is 12%. And then lastly, for profitability index, definitely profitability index should be less than 1. Ito, kaya 0.94 lang. Yun. So, okay na. So, ayan na review natin, no? So, yun yung tatlo. So, if NPV, actually, if NPV, ay, mabura. So, ayan. So, if NPV is greater than 0, then IR is greater than WACC, and PI is greater than 1. Ayan. So, yun yun, no? So, regardless, no, kung anong gamitin mo dyan, parang parehas lang magiging sagot. Di ba? So, if, ay magsulat. Hanggang. Okay. So, just like what I've said, if the problem merely asks whether to accept or reject, no? So, accept or reject lang. Accept or reject yung project. Pag yan lang yung tanong, then either of the three models or tools can be used, no? And they will answer the same. So it means yun nga, pag NPV is greater than 0, so accept yun. Yung IRR kasi greater than WACC and your PI is greater than 1. So kahit andun sa tatlo, you will have the same recommendation. Tandaan na, if ang question lang is whether to accept or reject the project. The problem arises, however, when you will need to compare the relative desirability of two or more projects. Para pag maraming projects na kailangan, no, na i-assess. Kasi kung isang project lang yan, whether to accept or reject, kahit andun sa tatlo, pwede, same lang. Pero pag i-compare mo na, anong gagamitin mo sa tatlo? Pare-parehas ba ang magiging recommendation? Are you going to arrive at the same conclusion on whether it is profitable to venture into a particular project? They might disagree, no, on the relative desirability of one when compared to another. So halimbawa, merong dalawang project A, B, C, no? Ay, tatlo pala yan, sorry. A, B, C. So, dito wala namang problema. Halimbawa, NPV, IRR, NPI. Kunwari yan, no? So, NPV, let's say may 1 million ka, tapos dito 800,000, dalawa na lang para mas mabilis. Tapos ang IRR mo, positive ang NPV. Definitely, kung isa lang yan, isa lang ina-assess mo, whether to accept or reject, parehas kasi parehas positive. So, yung IRR niyan, greater than WACC. Let's say, ang WACC natin is 5%. Ayan. So, kunwari, ang IRR nito ay 10%, ito naman ay 12%. Diba? So, iba pa yung PI, no? So, yung PI mo, let's say, 1.2. Ito naman ay 1.1. Diba? Kunwari lang yan, ha? Okay, assume figures. So, in this particular case, as you can see, lahat sila, pasok doon sa sinasabi natin na NPV should be greater than 0. Then, IRR should be greater than WACC. Ayan. And your profitability index should be greater than 1. So, lahat naman yan, greater than or equal. No? Ayan. So, ayan yung accept. So, nakita mo, lahat naman pasok, A or B, parehas. Pero between the two, halimbawa, isa lang yung pipiliin mo. Paano? Di ba? Kung isa lang pipiliin mo, ano ipa-prioritize mo? Ayan. Tignan mo to, katulad dito, NPV, 1 million. So, panalo to, no? Pero pagdating sa IRR, ito panalo, 12%. Di ba? I mean, between the two, A and B, project A and B. So sir, how do we prioritize projects in the case of conflicts among models? Okay, so ganito yung first consideration, no? Generally, it is safer and more reasonable to assume that cash flows that we are going to generate from the project will be reinvested. Yan, so it will be reinvested uh, to the company and earn a rate equal to WACC. Yan. So yung cash flows, no? 'Di ba syempre mababalik din sa atin 'yun. So it is safer to assume na 5% na pwede natin. Kasi ito naman yung generally consideration natin yung WACC, 'di ba? Yung 5%. So mas malaki yung chance and mas reasonable, mas safe na i-assume na yung cash flows na mababawi natin from the project will be reinvested at 5% or more, of course. No, than the internal rate of return of the project, which is 10%. And so in that case, so kung ito ang assumption, least priority is given to IRR. Ayan. So kapag ganon, katulad niya, no, between the two, NPV and IRR, NPV dapat ang gamitin mo. So that's number one, no? So IRR, least preference to na basis. Okay, next, number 2. Naalala nyo yung different types of project. We have mutually exclusive and independent projects, di ba? Pag mutually exclusive yung projects, ano ibig sabihin? So among various projects, isa lang yung pwedeng piliin. Okay? So katulad nga nito yung sinabi ko, yung between A and B, mutually exclusive yan. For example, so isa lang pipiliin mo, yung isa i-reject mo na. So anong pipili mo sa dalawa? Anong basis? 'Di ba? Sabi ko nga, pag NPV, mas malaki sa A, pero pag IRR, mas malaki sa B. O dito PI, kunwari, mas malaki sa A. So ano yung gagamitin natin ng models? Ganito, no? If projects are mutually exclusive, kailangan mo, you have to choose the one with the highest NPV. Ayan. Bakit? NPV represents the additional wealth, 'di ba, in amounts, 'di ba? The company generated from the project. 'Di ba? NPV is equal to value minus cost. So kung ganyan, syempre, companies in the first place has the objective of increasing value first and foremost. Okay? So mas preferred talaga natin ang net present value. So ito na 'yun, 'di ba? 'Di ba ang main financial goal is to maximize the shareholders' wealth. This is additional wealth, no? When you say NPV, this is the additional wealth na gusto nga nating ma-generate, no? Or maibigay dun sa shareholders. Yan. Okay, so again, if projects are mutually exclusive, anong gagamitin? NPV. Ayan. Kasi 'di ba internal rate of return, rate nga 'to eh. So depende yan sa ano, no? May basis yan, iba-iba yung basis ng rate, 'di ba? Ayan, rate kasi pag rate, 'di ba? Yung mga 10%. 10% of what? Hindi katulad ng NPV na absolute amount or amounts kagad. Ayan. So priority is given to NPV. So NPV, highest NPV pag mamimili ka lang ng isa. Okay, pag mutually exclusive yung projects. Sir, paano pag independent projects? Di ba sabi natin, pag independent projects, pwede mong piliin, it doesn't preclude you from choosing one, no, over the other. So pag pumili ka ng isa, pwede mo pa rin piliin yung isa, ibang project. So katulad nito, yung A and B, pipiliin mo, halimbawa tatlo yan. So halimbawa ito nag-negative 100k. Ito ay 4%, 0.85. Kunwari yan, no? So tatlo yung projects. Independent projects yan. So ibig sabihin, pag pumili ka ng isa, pwede ka pa rin pumili ng iba. Ayun. So, halimbawa, ito, accept or reject lang ang tatanungin. No? Kung accept or reject, yung tatlo. So, whether positive ang NPV, greater than WACC ang IRR, or greater than 1 ang PI. So ito parang accept. Ito rin accept. Pero ito reject. So again, pag independent projects, tapos walang limit, no limit. So you just have to use the three three tools, no? Either of the three tools. So yung parang accept or reject lang to. Yan. So pag accept or reject, gamitin yung three, either of the three, because it will give you the same recommendation or same answer. Paano sir kapag merong limit? Siyempre, there are limitations on the resources of the company. So, hindi naman lahat yan pwede. Kahit profitable pa lahat ng projects, hindi lahat yan kayang kakayanin. I mean, kaya mag-place ng funds ng company, kahit gaano pa to kalaki. No? So, independent projects, but you have to prioritize which project kasi meron tayong tinatawag na capital rationing. Okay, so merong limitation sa resources. Pag ganyan, ang gagawin mo muna is rank them. So ito yung unang mong gawin. Rank them according to their PIs. Yan. Kasi ano nga ulit yung PI? Um, PI is the ratio of investment over its cost. And it is expressed as a per unit value, no? Per peso of investment. So yun, PI also accounts for the differences in size. Kasi nga value per peso cost. So you have to invest a peso first to the project that will maximize overall value, then the next, and so on. So, yan. So PI, no? Pag ganito. So review lang. So since our assumption is to reinvest the cash flows generated at a rate equal to WACC, then list preference is given to IRR as the basis of the decision. Now, pag mutually exclusive, o alam mo na highest NPV ang pipiliin. Pag independent projects, whether accept or reject lang ang tanong, tas walang limit, no? So either of the three pwede mong gamitin. Pero kapag may limit, yung resources, merong capital rationing. Okay, irarank muna sila according to their profitability index. Yan. Okay, so sige. Ito nga, sagutan to. Yan. A firm with an 18% cost of capital is considering the following projects on January 1, year 1. Yan. So on January 1, year 1, cash outflow, project A, 3.5. Then on December 31, year 5, cash inflow, 7.4. Project B, cash outflow, 4,000, year 1. December 31, year 5, 9,950, cash inflows. Okay, so the IRR for project A, 16. Ang question is, what is the internal rate of return, no? Approximate internal rate of return of project B. Ayan, so question mark siya. Sige, I'm giving you 1 minute. Sige, let's make it 2. Okay. What's the answer? Walang sagot. Okay. Probably. Kaya kayo nahirapan. Okay. Ganito, no? So, ito kasi illustration yan. So, ito yung January 1, year 1. Okay. Then, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So, ito, nag-invest daw ang project B ng 4,000. So, outflow. Yung 9950 class, this is not received every year. This will only be received at the end of year 5. So, ito yan, 9950. So, ang gagawin mo, ito yung EP% value mo, no? Okay. So, same pa rin naman, NPV is still equal to 0. So, pag in-equate mo yan, kinuha mo yung percent value ng IRR, same formula, which is cost divided by cash flow. Ayan. So, what is the cost? 4,000. What is the cash flow? 9,950. Ang makuha mong present value factor dito is not present value factor of annuity, but rather present value factor of 1 only. So that's 4,000 divided by 9,950. Ayan. So ang makuha mo, 0.4020. Ayan. So present value factor of 1. And then, based on the table, as you can see, what is the closest, no? So, 5 years. 5 years ba to? Yes, 5 years. So, di pupunta ka dito. Ito, nandito lang yun. So, 5 years. Ayan. So, kung 5 years yan, 40-20. Ano yung malapit sa 40-20? Ito, 40-19. Kaya ang sagot ay 20% ang IRR. So, ganun, no? Dito, masyadong compute. Di ba? What about this problem 16? So, Jenson Copying Company is planning to buy a copying machine costing 25,310. The net present value of this investment at various discount rates are as follows. So, nagbigay ng iba't ibang NPV. Depende kung ano yung discount rate. So, tinatanong ka, what is the approximate internal rate of return on this investment? Dito walang compute. Titignan mo lang yung given. Di ba? So, what is the internal rate of return? Approximate. Sam. Please unmute. Sam?
Yes po, sir.
Ano sagot?
Wait lang po, sir. Ano po
Titignan mo
yun?
lang. Ano yung IRR daw? Internal rate of return. Approximate.
Sa 8 to 10% po.
Very good. Okay. Remember, the IRR is the rate of return in which the NPV, the net present value, is equal to 0. Diba? Kaya nga yung value is equal to the cost. Yun yun eh. Diba? So, saan ba 0 ang NPV? So, ito, between 8 to 10%. Ayan. Sa gitna ng 8 to 10%. Nandito siya. So, the answer should be between 8 to 10%. So, ganun lang. No? Next. Problem 17. Foster Manufacturing is analyzing a capital investment project that is forecasted to produce the following cash flows and net income. So you have here after-tax cash flows and net income. We all know that net income is only used in what? Saan na ito ginagamit? Sa non-discounting, di ba? Anong specific non-discounting model? ARR, di ba? Accounting rate of return. Tama ba? Okay, the rest cash flows na. Oh, yeah. Anyway, so the internal rate of return rounded to the nearest whole percentage is, so same lang to, no? Parang pang-practice lang. So ano sagot? Para makuha. So the cost ulit, 20,000 divided by 6,000. Di ba? So ito yung PV factor ng IRR. So ilan yan? 20,000 divided by 6,000. So 3.33. Ayan. So, ayan yung kailangan natin. So, saan ka mag-start? Sa WACC. Ano ba yung WACC dito? Walang binigay na weighted average cost of capital. Pwede manghuhula talaga tayo, no? Pwede unahin natin 10%. Pwede natin 10%. So, 1.10, 4 years, di ba? So, 1.10, negative 10, raised to negative 10. Ay, sorry. 1.10 raised to negative 4 pala. negative 4, ayan, minus 1 divided by 0.10. So, nakuha natin is 3.1698 or 99. So, sa 10% at 10%, 3.16 or 3.17. Mababa. O, kailangan natin patasin yung PV factor. So, anong gagawin natin? Pabababain natin. So, gawin natin 8%. Ayan. So, 1.08 raised to negative 4 again minus 1 divided by 0.08. So, we have 3.31. And medyo malapit na. 3.31. Pero, mababa pa rin, no? So, mas, ano pa to? 3.33 eh. So, taasan natin ang rate. Pataas pa pala. So, babaan pa natin. Yan. So, 7%. Konti na lang siguro to. Yan. So, 1.07 raised to negative 4 minus 1 divided by 0.07. So, 3.38. Okay. Or 39. Ito nga, no? So, the answer should be between 7 to 8%. Ayan. So, ito na yung sagot. So, parang reveal lang yung kanina, no? Ito na. Last na yata to. So, selecting mutually exclusive projects. Yan. So, mutually exclusive between project A and B. Is the net company is considering two mutually exclusive projects. The company's cost of capital is 10%. The NPV profiles of two projects are as follows. So, yan. Bigyan ka at different discount rates. Ito yung NPV nila. Yan. The company president is of the view that project B should be accepted because it has the higher internal rate of return. So the president requested the CFO to make a recommendation. What would you recommend if you are the CFO? Okay, let's hear the answer of Adrian. Adrian Lee. Ang sagot mo? Adrian, please unmute yourself. Adrian, are you with me? Are you with us, Adrian? Adrian? Doris? Doris?
Sir, wait lang po.
Ayan, okay. Joyce? Nandito ba si Joyce? Oh, ayaw na mag-unmute. Rochelle.
Oh, wait lang, sir.
Okay, wait lang. Ganito na lang. Sige. Rochelle. Sa tingin mo, Project A,
Ano po?
what's the internal rate of return of Project A? Diba? Paano makuha IRR, diba? Sabi natin, NPV is equal to 0. So, saan nag-zero out yung NPV ng Project A? Dito, diba? Ito, ayan. So,
18 to 20.
20. So, yun yung sagot, okay? What about Project B?
Sa 24 to 26.
Okay, 24 to 26 naman. So, if we're going to base our analysis on the IRR, internal rate of return, which project should be chosen?
Ano po ulit, sir?
If we're going to base our answer or recommendation on the internal rate of return, which project should be chosen? Siyempre, mas malaki, di ba? Tama?
Opo.
So, parang dito, pipiliin ay Project B. Yun nga yung sinasabi ng President. Yun sabi ng President, mas malaki naman yung IRR ng Project B, yan na lang. Kaya lang, sabi natin, di ba, if there are mutually exclusive projects, if we are selecting among the mutually exclusive projects, Ano yung basis natin dapat?
NPV.
NPV.
Higher.
The highest net present value. Okay? Now, ang tanong, ano ba yung net present value ng project A? Sir, ang dami. Di ba lahat to? At various discount rates, ang sabi. So, ano ba ang net present value talaga ng project A? Sa tingin mo?
Yung 77.
Bakit?
Kasi dun po siya bago nag-negative.
Wala naman ako sinabing ganun, di ba? Pero, nice try. Okay, the answer should be, syempre, at 10%, anong discount rate? At 10%. Ano tong 10%? Ito yung WACC, di ba? Ayan o, 10%. Di ba din-discount natin ang cash flows using WACC? Okay, nalito na kayo dahil sa IRR, di ba? So, ayun na, tandaan. Yung net present value dyan, syempre, at WACC. So, ito yung pan-discount natin. Eh. So, ang net present value ni Project A is 681. Pero ang net present value ni Project B ay 507. So, ito yung sinasabi ko, no? Using IRR, pag IRR ang basis, panalo si Project B. Pero kapag NPV, panalo si Project A.
Okay.
Pag mutually exclusive project, ang basis natin ay
NPV.
So the answer is, you would recommend
Project A.
that Project A should be undertaken by the company. So yan, nakita niyo doon sa may ano natin, wala masyado ng